Check.
Check.
Thank you, Sue. Shout out to all my barbers and shout out to all my stylists. We your Beards and Baldheads, your host Fat Lace. Yo, B. First of all, we got the Soul Survivor Barry to the right of me.
Monday coming fast.
B, I'm peeping the fade, B. The fade is looking real sharp. Shout out to your barber who got you getting right over here. The beard and the fade is looking real sharp. Hair looking smooth, B. Word up. Yeah, these Mondays coming faster and faster. My favorite day of the week. Favorite show on Monday. Because I get to see one of my favorite people on the other side. I get to see Soup every Monday. We missed you, Soup. Mondays ain't the same if Soup ain't here, you know? So it feels real good. Man, it's summertime right now. Soup, did you hear your shout, Soup? Cause cause when I don't hear a response back from Soup, I said Mondays is the favorite day. We get to see our favorite person. We get to see Soup on the other side. Y'all want to see her? Shout out to everybody on the check-in. If y'all want to see Soup, she said she will sit down on that couch. If we got enough people saying peace to everybody on the check-in right now. Let's say that first and foremost, we are here. And let me turn this down. Peace to everybody on the check-in. Peace to Miss Willis on the check-in. Who else we got on this live right here? Let us know that you are here and what y'all want to say to us, because it's a lot of things that's going on. Mm-hmm. Summer. People always complain about summer sports.
Right.
Like it's nothing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Until it's the Olympic time, because when it's an Olympic summer, it's one of my favorite things to watch. We track and field guys love watching that. It's amazing. Before I even talk about how amazing it is, I want to say how amazing it was this past Saturday at the Juneteenth block party.
Yes.
Brought to you by Mal from Shirts and Stuff. BKS1 Radio was definitely there. We was in the building. We had the General won an award. Peace to the General for all his hard work and services to community. Peace to Aunt Sharon rocking out with us. Always holding down a huge staple in our community. We miss you, Aunt Sharon. We miss you in politics. And peace to who else we had? To Mal and Dusan. We was there. Tiffany Barker was there. We was rapping for the station. That was Saturday, but on Sunday, we had them Olympic trials.
Man.
Them Olympic trials was here, and I'm loving the Olympics. Mm-hmm. And know what I'm loving most, B?
What's that?
The way they loving hip-hop right now. The way that our respect. We said 50 years, but we've been putting these impressions in the world. And I used to complain, like, track and field announcers sound corny. They sound corny. You know how the NBA, they started catching up with pop culture or urban culture. Yeah. Track and field ain't do that.
I saw where was it last year? Was it last Olympics? Him and Kevin Hart teamed up and was doing like recaps.
Oh, they had Snoop and Kevin Hart?
Yeah, Snoop and Kevin Hart doing recaps. So I'm not surprised at this.
Okay.
They got a big response out of it.
Peace to the General, peace to Lee May.
Him and Kevin Hart, they were doing like recaps of the Olympics the last time. And They even had guys come on like I think Phelps and stuff came on and shit. Was there. So I see this brewing. That was a smart move for them because they did it on their own. And then everybody, the networks caught on. So
and it just made it more exciting. Mm-hmm. I like how they use it because the same way they did with the Swiftie girl.
Yeah.
It was like, look, the NFL, they probably thinking, no, women aren't watching like that. And it just showed, like, look, it's an influence on in the world out here when you see the people. The thing with Snoop, we sometimes forget, and some people don't know, what the beauty of it is, Snoop came from 1991, 92, when he debuted with this deep cover with Dr. Dre. Instantly, I felt Snoop was a superstar.
Yeah.
That voice, that flow, like, yo, Dre is back. And then they started bumping them hits. Started rocking with Death Row. And he had a murder case. That murder was the case, wasn't just the song. I don't think some of these people understand, like, the trials and tribulations of what Snoop has had in his life and where he is now. Like, perseverance is an understatement when it comes to Snoop. 1992, debut album 93.
Yeah.
And now 2024, he's a.
I mean, he's reinvented himself so many times, man. I mean, I don't know if he could be the most famous rapper ever. And because he's a household brand name.
He is.
People that don't even listen to hip hop music know who Snoop Dogg is.
He is.
They know it. Even if they don't know his music, they know who he is. This man is in vegan commercials. This man behind the Dunkin' Donuts and
everything.
This guy's on everything. He's a brand name in itself.
He is a brand. He is a brand.
Like, he's been in horror movies. He's been in comedies. I mean, you can't think about it. This guy's been, and then all along making little music here and there.
Making music throughout the whole time. He got a new one.
And the show we were talking about earlier was on Peacock.
Oh, it's on Peacock.
It's on Peacock.
Olympic highlights over Kevin and Snoop Dogg.
So I guess the big dogs like, you know what, that worked.
You're right.
We're gonna grab
smarter them.
Yeah,
smarter them. Like, look, man, we do sell tickets. As us black people, we sell tickets.
But we're naturally entertaining.
Yes, indeed.
That's it.
Yes, indeed. Peace to Teddy on the check-in. Peace to Hank Chambers on the check-in. Yo, Ted, you talking about Theodore J. Dwight? That's what he got on the thing.
My man.
I hope you saw last week. B was definitely saluting you as a DJ.
Yeah,
definitely talking about them days when you
trying
was
to get him to do party. He was like, just DJ for fun. Like, come on, man, he could make some money. I think we did like one or two parties that he got paid for, and then he was like, I ain't trying to.
He said, I'm cashing out. Man, got some Jordans and I'm out.
Man, we was carrying. That's what you had to carry shit.
Crates, the turntables, the speakers. Yeah. Teddy, I feel you, man. It's a tough game back then. It's a tough game back then. But when we talked about last week, I was talking about the DJs. And we talked about, like, Mysterio, peace to him, Brian the Brain. And we talking about the General.
Yeah.
The General came back from them days. We're talking, what, late 80s? When they were talking about, like, the top DJs in Plainfield?
Definitely late 80s.
Definitely late 80s. So the General came from the crates.
Yeah, definitely.
He came from the crates. He came from cutting it up in them stores out here before the BKS1 radio, before the money came. He loved what he was doing. He's still getting paid now, getting gigs for DJing. So salute to the General.
Yeah. That's longevity, I tell you.
It's longevity. So when I'm looking back at Snoop, I'm like, yo, you started back in this 92, 91. Doing the deep covers, doing the Chronic album. Chronic album was really like Snoop's first album.
I think he wrote most of it.
He wrote about 90% of it. He definitely did. But the way he continued, can we name an artist? It's only one other artist I was thinking about from 92 who has longevity like Snoop. And the person that came to my mind was Miss Mary J. Blige.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Still making music.
Yeah.
Still what they call relevant.
Yeah, she acting now.
Acting, and doing her thing. Y'all see, some of y'all forgot that was Mary. Y'all just see Monet.
Yeah, she did turn to. Some people don't even. It's crazy that someone might not know who that really is.
Some people do not realize that Mary J. Blige is Monet Tejada.
Especially if you at a certain age, you might not know.
You might not know, but we were introduced by this Mary right here. Hip hop with Queen of hip hop soul.
That's Queen of hip hop soul.
Yes. Yo, 92. She debuted same year as Snoop. I remember that summer.
That summer was A Lot came out.
A Lot that summer.
Nas was out.
That on the was the Zebrahead soundtrack. Yes, indeed he was.
Nas came out. I think Wu-Tang Protect Your Neck
came out like that. Yup, came out that year. The people that just continue. Peace to DJ KT, the voice on it. Yo, just call up just so we can hear your voice. You know, you ain't even gotta just say hello when this hang up because we want to hear you, KT. We love KT, man. So I'm looking at. I'm like, damn, Mary been rocking for all those years. Keep elevating,
right?
Consistency with the work. I'm like, man, they I don't know if they in them Hall of Fames, but damn, they need to be.
I think that once they slow down a little bit more, they'll probably get in. I think isn't Mary in one? She's in something, right?
I hope so.
I don't think she's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame yet. I don't think she is. I could be wrong. I don't think she got in yet.
She needs to be in one of them. And in another place where y'all need to be, July 5th, y'all need to be at Cedarbrook Park where we celebrating the fireworks, BKS1, you know, the party, backstage summer jam. We got the general on the check and letting us know. General, they better be there. Get y'all little fans. It's summertime. How do you know? Everybody, the women got them fans now. You know,
man.
Get them little fans out.
It's gonna be tents out.
All y'all who got C+ and better, y'all be cuffing it right here. Just let that wind just go like that. Like you know y'all how y'all do. Man, make sure y'all coming out. It's gonna be a dope event. It's gonna be on the 5th of July and playing for that Cedarbrook Park fireworks. Everything's gonna be crazy. Y'all can see Soup there. Cause they be writing it, you know. I'm acting like we got fam LB. They be writing it. They be like, when we gonna see Soup? You can see her.
Come get them jerk burgers.
Tell them where they gotta get them jerk burgers, B. Family flavor food truck.
You'll see it.
And he say, I'm gonna need my fam KT with me. KT, you see they calling out. They calling you out. Need you out there. And KT gonna be at the Plainfield's getting busy this summer. We're gonna start with the 5th. You know, if it's a BKS1 radio event, and then KT gonna be rocking at the house joint. You know what I mean? It's gonna be lovely. But yo, back to we talking about with Mary J, how Mary J rocked out all these years. A similarity that they both had, Snoop and Mary. Suge Knight. People don't realize Suge Knight was managing Mary.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah.
Managing Mary, same way Puff was managing at one point. It's I can't wait till more of these stories start coming out. I don't know. Sometimes I like hearing the mess.
Yeah, it's definitely coming out.
It's shameful. You know, Puff is not in jail.
No,
but Suge Knight sure is. Let the power get to his head.
Yeah, he went a little crazy at the end. You can't be running people over.
You can't be running people over. You can't do that.
I mean, he said it was self-defense, but I guess they said no. We got tape.
It's crazy how we see these owners, these CEOs, and it's shameful because we don't see the white owners and CEOs. Everyone can be addicted to power, addicted to drugs. We don't see their spiral out of control getting played out how ours is.
Right.
But it does happen. It does happen, and it's shameful that it happens with anybody. They always say the talent is like the last person to get paid,
right?
To maintain. So when I'm talking about Snoop, when I'm talking about Mary, yo, they went through the Bad Boy eras, the Death Row eras, the No Limit eras, and they continue to make hits. They continue to prosper, and one of the people, it seemed like they all have a connection. When I'm looking at Dre, remember they all rocked out on that the Super Bowl a few years back.
They did. That was year before last.
Year before last. Dre maintained his success throughout these years. Snoop maintained his success. You see him right here with the BMF, rocking that on Stars when he was rocking being the preacher.
Yep.
Same way you see Monet. And I'm like, yo, who do they got in common? They got 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
Yep. Putting a lot of people in place, yo.
Who came up under Dre as well, and Eminem. Man, we've had a topic always saying your day ones versus today's vision, and being around the people that can help you elevate. Well, damn it, this is what Dre did. I feel in 50 staying down and learning from these people, learning the ranks.
Did Eminem play White Boy Rick?
No, who played White Boy Rick?
Who was that?
Was it Eminem?
I don't know. I can't remember, but I think it was. Wasn't it White and be up in the
in BMF? Was it White? What he might have played White Boy Rick
because he only was in one episode.
He was,
and they only showed him when he was like walking past, going into the club.
I'm trying to think.
Yo, I think his brother was like, "Who that?" He was like, "You don't know White Boy Rick?"
It might have been.
I think it was Eminem. I think it was. That would only make sense if it was Eminem.
Y'all on the check and let us know.
I believe it was Eminem. That's the only time I think he was on the show. But that, once again, 50.
50. I mean, he has 20 plus years in the game. Get Rich or Die Trying came out 03, I want to say. February 03. And the fact that he's another one who just stayed down, stayed elevated. I mean, I ran into somebody, and I don't know if this story is relevant. He has custody of his daughter now. And I remember when he was going through a tough time. And he's a God-fearing man, which I love about him. And he said, when he's like, man, Jay, I got custody of my daughter. I'm like, wow, that's amazing, knowing what he was going through. And he said, I just stayed patient and let God do the work. Okay. And I always would see this guy working on his hustle in a good way. When I mean on his hustle, legal hustle, and just always just stayed mild-mannered and never went too far left with his anger. And I'm like, and he's like, yo, man, look how God blesses you when you just keep the course. And I'm like, this just people like that. When I'm looking at the Snoop, the Marys, I'm like, these are people that I see just keeping the course. When I see 50 keeping the course, and 50, you might see him get trolling people,
right,
having fun, same way he would steal people beats and jack them, like just part of the game. But he's maintaining his course and his path and blessing others during that journey, man. And I salute 50 for that right there.
Yeah, it's a few of the people, like I say, LL Cool J.
Yes.
Got the Rock the Bells on Sirius, putting a lot of people on.
Yes, indeed, yes.
So yeah. Yep.
Common. I mean, not Common. Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. Yep.
Ice Cube putting all these actors, all these rappers and other comedians, putting them in his movies. I'm like, man, I love how these rappers are just doing their thing and putting them in position, because they thought that rappers weren't going to be good businessmen,
or actors, or
actors.
They don't use actresses anymore. I heard somebody told me it's all actors now. They don't want to be actresses, just actors. So now, they're putting actors on. I think Method Man might end up getting some more roles.
Yo, Meth is getting busy.
His acting is pretty good.
It's stepping up way heavy.
Pretty good. It started off slow. In the first, I think the first season he was on, I think he was like, you could sound like he was reading. Yeah. Now it sounds like he really, he's almost winging it.
He's in his character.
Yeah.
You forget that's Method Man.
Yeah, he's almost winging it now.
Yo, you forget that's Method Man.
Yep.
And that's 50. Putting these people on, man. But I feel they earn the right because they put in the work for all these years. Man, salute to them, man. They doing amazing things.
We were talking about the Olympics earlier. I started off watching the swimming because that's one of my favorite events is the freestyle swimming, all the swimming events, because I'm not good at swimming. So I'm impressed by it. How long these guys can swim and hold their breath and all that. But then, Sha'Carri Richardson qualifying her.
Dope.
She came out there and did her thing. I think the other young lady, I think she's 19. Last name I think is Lewis.
I forgot which.
She was floating.
You got Thing Mo,
Thing Mo.
She from Trenton, New Jersey, Jersey rocking.
I should be more versed on the 16-year-old's name. I can't think of his name.
Quincy Wilson.
That's him.
From Bowie, Maryland.
Floating.
The fastest. We was gonna get there, B. Thank you. The fastest under 18 runner of all time.
Running with grown men.
I grew up in the era of this runner named Obi Moore. Obi Moore was the LeBron, the Kobe Bryant of track and field.
Okay.
When I was there, he was the phenom. damn, it's going to get to, was a phenom runner, 16 years old, beating grown men until it came time for the Olympics. And he lost in the Olympic trials. And I want to say it was the 96 team. He didn't make that squad. And felt very disgruntled. But he continued, carried out through high school. This guy right here, Quincy, is something different. He's something different. Sophomore in high school. And he looks like a sophomore in high school.
He's small as hell.
Looks like a sophomore.
It doesn't look like he got that much power coming out of that body, man.
And he
is strong. He got to be strong to run that fast.
He's an 800 runner as well.
But to run that fast, that you know more than me about track. But I just know the power and the stamina you got to have to run like that at that age with that frame, and against these chiseled up Greek-looking dudes that's been running for years.
Yo, for years.
20 years older than you, 16, 15 years older than you. And you right on their heels.
And to be able to have that poise. That's the hardest thing. I remember running nationals in high school my junior year and getting fourth to last. Ran my worst time ever for the year because I was overwhelmed. I'm like, I ran a race. You always have to run your race.
Right.
And stay true to your race because you can't go out too hard, too slow. Do what you normally do. I'm running like a bat out of hell, just thinking, I'm about to beat him, and not running my race. And I got cooked, got fourth to last, and I got cooked. But I just learned, I'm like, you have to be able to stay in pocket, stay poised, just like a boxer or swimmer. Anybody out there, piece of Ms. Russell on the check-in, you got to be able to keep your poise. And Quincy is doing it. I'm super proud of him. I'm wondering if he's going to go to college. I'm wondering.
I do believe he will. I think he will go to college and at least get that experience. But if he starts to get crazy endorsements, then no. If his endorsements is crazy, he probably won't. But right now, I think he probably wants to run. You know, most track people, that's the thing. You want to run for a big-time program.
You do until – and this is why I'm thinking he can go pro and cannot. Well, either way, he's pro material.
But they got NILs now, so you got to think about it.
There you go, B.
He could get paid in
There you
college.
go. I'm like, them NIL, them deals.
Them Texas teams got hella money. The Texas got long bread.
Have Quincy being on a billboard for Texas Honda.
Man, listen, Texas tax-free money out there.
Texas Honda, Texas IHOP. Come get the Quincy Mill.
They don't pay state tax neither.
It's going to be different. 16 years old.
He gonna get paid. Crazy.
Running 44 seconds. I think the finals is tonight.
Who sponsored his shoe right now? You know.
I want to say New Balance. I want to say New Balance. I could be wrong. I would have to check a picture.
Somebody throw crazy bread at him. He gonna be on commercials like Sha'Carri and shit. Wow.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's younger than everybody at that time.
Way younger.
I've seen. Not
even close.
Younger. I've seen some of the greatest up close. Some of the greatest in high school, and what he's doing is phenomenal. I'm like, wow. Usually see stuff like that. Right. In gymnastics, having a 16-year-old, because their bodies have to be a certain weight and a certain height. Yep. But him right there, man, what he's doing is amazing.
I saw something else this weekend that was pleasantly, not surprising, but it was good to see. Watching like a real balling basketball game with the women.
Who was playing?
Caitlin Clark played against Angel Reese.
Who won?
The Angel Reese team won by 1 point, but the game was like watching a playoff game.
Word.
Like an NBA playoff game.
Yeah.
They had celebrities all out there. Like, it was crazy. I'm like, I've never seen a women's game with this kind of atmosphere ever. Not even in the championship game, but it was crazy.
I like that.
They said that was the highest watched game in like years. It was sold out, even though I think it was only 10,000 seat arena, But they said they messed up because they could have sold it out if they would have let them go to the United Center. They would have sold it out. But they dropped the ball on that because they didn't. I guess they felt like, well, this is WNBA game. But no, you got Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in the same building. You should have knew. You should have known that was going to sell out alone. You should have known.
Did lightning strike at the right time with them for the WNBA?
You know, I don't know if it's the right time because it should have happened a long time ago with better players. Because I'm just going to be honest. I mean, coming out of college, these aren't the best two players coming out of college.
Moore,
but I understand the record that Caitlin had, you know, with the points and averaging 30. Angel Reese with her, she's polarizing. She's provocative, get the people going.
Get the people going.
She's that, and she's backing it up. She's getting better and better as a player. If she learn how to shoot, man, people gonna be in trouble. She get a jumper. But they're because of social media, I think is why this is the perfect time. So many sports channels and all these talking heads and the publicity that sports get in general. That's why it's happening to them. But I would say Cheryl Swoops could have easily been this. Candace Parker,
easy.
What's that? Tamika Holsclaw.
Easy.
I could name a lot of them that were way better. But it just the timing wasn't right.
The timing wasn't right. I feel all of those factors that you just laid out, as well as the controversy that they had in college, including race.
Yeah,
I feel they are the Magic in Larry Bird that saved the NBA. That resurrected the NBA.
That's how they're going to be remembered.
I think they are.
That's how they're going to be remembered, as the ones that made people watch WNBA.
I think people.
I've been watching for years, but that's because I coached girls basketball. And
no doubt.
And I watched that for coaching tips.
No doubt.
And so I was into it back then. I remember watching the first game where Lisa Leslie played. I remember watching that game, her and Cynthia Cooper and them girls.
I remember watching Rebecca Lobo.
Yeah, Rebecca Lobo, Sue Bird, and I've always been a fan of WNBA, but it just wasn't getting the coverage. You had to have like a special channel to see some of the games.
Did.
It was like it's hard to follow it. Do we get any coverage?
Do we miss good old racism? Like when it's not detrimental, like killing each other, spitting, doing something violent. Do we like that deep down, that white versus black? Do we kind of really miss that in America?
Only when it pertains to an underdog.
Okay.
If it's the Great White Hope or something like that, we're interested in it. But if it's reversed, it's kind of not the same.
Nah.
So when I look at like say football, I look at the black quarterback. It's not like the black quarterback's getting rooted for. No, he's not getting rooted for.
Yeah.
But let's get that white running back. Boy, everybody rooting for that white running back.
My old team, San Fran, we got the white boy.
I'm just saying, like, when you're in a situation where people don't think you're supposed to be the best because of the color of your skin.
Yeah.
Like hockey, we got some great hockey players that's black.
No doubt.
We don't talk about it, though. Nobody's rooting for them.
No.
So that's why I say when it seems like when it's the Great White Hope, it gets rooted and it gets interesting. Everybody want to watch it, but when it's the black person that's infiltrating, quote unquote, then it's like, no, we like this.
People don't realize Jackie Robinson, through all that racism, still got Rookie of the Year. For y'all, so like, look, baseball was still all mostly white sport,
but baseball is about the numbers.
Yeah, and so he's still that like
baseball's about
do the work. You know what I mean? He the white glove. Like you still do the work. You will get your shot, and sometimes they can't deny what you do out there when you perform. So man, look, when we talk about, because some people always say, Eminem was just the white boy who could rap, and we all hear the stories with Eminem, this, that, and third, but he was an underdog. To your point, B.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We root. It seems like they root for the. I'm not saying Caitlin Clark doesn't deserve,
because she does get busy.
She's getting busy, but I think if it was another, let's just say when Juju comes out next year, is it going to be the same for Juju, or is it be like, okay, we know what Juju doing already. We expect Juju to come in and dance, but she might not be the best player. She's going to dance. Caitlin Clark, they put the league on her back.
They did.
They put the league on her back. said, carry this league further now. And she like, wait a minute, I didn't want that. She's like, wait a minute. But they pushing it.
Ever since she hit him with the yayo.
Yeah.
Ever since she hit him with the yayo,
I liked it. When she did it, I liked it.
Because it was like, look, you can't see me.
When she got it done back to her, I liked that too.
Me too.
I like both of them. I'm like, no, what?
I like,
because they was talking shit to her on the court. So she was like, you know what? I can't see me. I was like, oh, that's a white
like,
girl.
you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody gonna talk.
Yo,
she talking that talk. She backing it up, man. Yo,
I have to give it to Angel Reese because she's talking her talk and she's backing it up. And I think people really didn't think she was going to be an impact like that.
And she is.
She's probably the best player on her team. Not saying that's hard to beat, but because both their teams aren't very good. They both bottom of the barrel. Yeah, 8 and 9 seeds, fighting for the 8th spot. But they think the Sky got to play more games because they're like 3 games or less played than the other team. That's 9, so they might lose and be right back at 9. But WNBA is something to talk about. That's a good gap filler. I hate to say it like that, but
something to talk about.
Give you something before football season. And Stanley Cup, I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to watch that before I got here. It was tied up 1-1. You got the Oilers going against the Panthers. I'm not rooting for either one of them, but I kind of want to see the Oilers win.
B, you really know your sports right there, man.
Man, I watch sports, man. Hockey is, man, I'm impressed with hockey because I can't skate.
I learned how to skate.
And to see these dudes that 6'6", 6'5", skating that fast.
Yeah.
You see it in person, man. The speed is ridiculous. These are football players on skates, man.
You not lying. You are not lying.
It's impressive, so I watch it. It's fun to watch. Especially maybe slamming each other.
I'm mad I never got to see a game in person. That's one of my goals. Look, somebody want to buy me tickets to a...
The Devils games be nice, man. Rocky. I've been to 2 of them.
Downtown Newark be late when I'm trying to tell you. That Prudential?
They be drunk as hell. they be falling into the stadium, man. Like, this is going to be a night.
One of the best things to watch.
And they get to fight. Oh, that's beautiful. They level fight.
Everybody got their vices, B. And, they talking about, they was drunk as hell. You ask some people who be high as hell, man. You got, talking about the Olympics, said you was watching swimming. Then Michael Phelps get bumped like for swimming, for smoking.
Beer weed.
For smoking weed. That's another reason when I'm looking at Snoop hosting the Olympics right now. Snoop has always been an advocate for marijuana.
Always.
Unapologetic. Back then I remember having a Chronic t-shirt. B, I didn't know what Chronic meant. I didn't know it meant weed.
Nope.
I got the lead and I got the matching hats. I think I said this on the show before. And I'm like, yo.
They started a culture that it was there before. Not like that.
And I thought it was the dopest thing. My father never said nothing about it, not knowing that, maybe he had, allegedly. Truth is, we know what our parents was doing back in the day.
Yeah.
He didn't really pay too much mind until this woman says at the Acme, she said, you let your son wear that hat? I'm like, this is the cool hat Snoop got on this hat right now. And I'm like, the same Snoop who was talking about weed that whole time and people running over his CDs. It's bad. Weed is the gateway drug. Yep. It's legal now in Jersey. Been legal in Cali for the most part. And I'm like, man.
Yeah,
Snoop sticking to his guns.
I couldn't wear no weed shirt. Not my parents out.
I can't believe my dad let me wear it.
They wouldn't. That wouldn't have went down.
Dad, you the greatest, but you was a little.
Yeah, no, my parents. I knew what it was. I knew what that leaf was.
I did not
know. I knew they wasn't going to let that go.
I did not know.
With the word chronic, I didn't know that meant weed. Until we actually saw the cover, and then they started talking about. I'm like, what the hell is the chronic? We didn't call it that over here.
Whole bunch of names besides that. I just look at it like, to me, weed does not enhance your performance. It would enable your. I don't understand how it's a banned substance in the Olympics, because there was other people who got banned from Sha'Carri last year.
Yep,
got banned. Well, not last year, her last Olympics because of weed. And I'm like,
is it a banned substance because of enhancement or just an illegal drug?
That's a great point
in your system.
That's a great point because it's not illegal in every state.
But see, like I said, but how do they regulate it? Like, okay, this drug, you can't have this drug, even though it might be legal in your country. In all of the scheme of things, it's illegal. So I don't think it was an enhancing drug. I think it's just that illegal drug. They don't want them in your system.
I wonder.
Is the rules still the same now, though?
That I don't know. I wonder if the rules are the same. If anybody knows who watched the Olympics and know them rules, let us know on the check-in. I don't know. They
change the rules when they feel like
they do. Just like they changed new categories. Right. They got breakdancing now, B. If they would have had that, man. If they would have had it in 85, B, you might have been the Quincy Wilson of the Olympics coming from Plainfield. You might have been back spinning and doing what you got to do to get on.
What else they added? Something else. They got pickleball. They added pickleball, and I think they added 3. They added 3-on-3 something. Basketball.
Is it 3? I don't know.
Oh man,
I'm not sure.
I know they added some new sports this year. It was some off the wall. I know that pickleball got in.
What is pickleball?
Pickleball is like it's another version of tennis, but it's a smaller court.
The small little. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's almost like a table tennis, but you standing up and y'all. It's weird. It's a cross between table tennis and real tennis and pickleball.
I'm happy we got skateboarding now in the Olympics. And I like that we got breakdancing. Yo, we're talking about man.
I wonder who's gonna be involved. I wonder if any of the old school dancers are gonna be coaching or something,
or judging. Who's gonna be the judges?
Right. That's what I want to see. You're gonna get Crazy. The Crazy Legs still alive?
Yeah, Crazy Legs still alive.
Get Crazy Legs out there. Get the Mr. Electric. There's a few guys.
Boogaloo Shrimp.
Yeah, Boogaloo Shrimp.
Yeah. That'll be a good one to have.
Yeah.
Let's see what they gonna do. It's just
you get my man from popping from Ozone. Get my Ozone popping.
Yeah. Hold on, we got the official. We got the official general. You want to get on this when you know you something. First of all, salute one more time the general in the building. We got passes. We'll just say E&A production and marketing.
That's us too. You know that, right?
Huh?
That's our other company.
General, I don't be knowing. General be hiding out. Like this is where he keeping all the money. This way you keeping all the money. Yo, all right, what we got right here? Got the reggae bands. Make sure y'all in Plainfield July 5th. Yo, it's where it's going to be. General might even put on some slow jams for y'all towards the end. You going to do that, General? Can you get the whole Cedarbrook Park slow dancing for a set? You could do that? He said he could do that, man. Y'all want to get sexy out there. He said he could do that for you. Man, you know, I was loving how Snoop, going back to Olympics, that was a terrible time to run for a 200.
He took a picture in front of it like he did something.
A terrible time to run for a 200. He was going against Otto Bolden, Olympic great from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
He was racing against him, and he ran a 34:44. Terrible time, but yo, I probably would run the same thing right now. Like I'm so out of shape.
Snoop Dogg is what, 55?
He's something.
He's something like that.
He's
right?
something.
He's up there, 53.
I'll like. You see, look.
He's up there.
Even this Snoop right here got more hairline than the Snoop right here. Snoop hairline going all the way pushed back. He wearing buckets like me because he don't want to be on Beards N Baldheads.
His hair long as hell.
Yo, his hair is crazy long. But like you said, B, I had to cut my hair because I ain't want a big forehead. I did not want one. And Snoop not doing it. Snoop continuing what he's doing. On his shirt, though, because we were talking about something earlier, and I kind of want to get to that before we close out. He had Kobe Bryant on his shirt. Okay. The one where he raced. I'm sorry, y'all don't have a picture of it. What I respected, who doesn't respect Kobe? All the amazing feats. When I see Kobe, made me think about Quincy Wilson, the young man, 16 years old, says I'm gonna get at these people. Even if he doesn't make the Olympic team, he can be maybe a alternate on the 4x4.
Right.
Because even though they take the top 3, they got other people they'll put on the relay. So he might be an alternate, and he could still get if they win like the gold medal, he'll still win a gold medal.
That's dope.
Even if he just ran one trials.
Okay.
So he might still have a chance to be part of that team.
Runner to win a gold? Not the numbers Olympian, obviously, because we got gymnastic people.
He will be one of the youngest.
The sprinter.
Yeah, he will be one of the youngest. What's amazing, it was Marion Jones.
Oh man, she was floating.
She made it in high school as well.
Unfortunately, she got tampered with.
I think she didn't want to make the team because she was going to get tested back then.
Damn. So it's hard. I think her name is one of them names that they push to the side now after what happened. She don't get the recognition that
she messed up the money.
She messed up the money.
Because she admitted herself.
Yeah.
She didn't get caught. Once you're at a certain level, they're not going to you tested.
You thought somebody had told and she knew it was coming, and so she got ahead of it?
No. From what I hear with the story, I think they have it on 30 for 30. She felt guilty.
Oh, wow.
Was dating a guy whose father was a pastor.
And her ex-husband got caught.
Yeah, that was the other one.
The
CJ.
He was the bodybuilder.
The
weightlifter.
Big CJ. And I'm mad because they Tar Heels. I got two of my Tar Heels, you know.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Marion was that first one I can remember after FloJo that was getting commercials and shit.
Yeah.
Like Nike commercials. The first time I seen that new Nike suit, it was like that tight pullover with the hood.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I seen somebody run with a hoodie on, it was Marion Jones. I was like, yo.
And what's crazy, because you just said after FloJo. I'll tell the story. I was at the Olympic trials in '88 with my Uncle Ron when he was training Tony Valentine from here.
Okay.
And I'm watching FloJo break the records. The records that are still set now, she set those in Olympic trials. Yeah. The long nails, half leg, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they said she had a high chance of being on steroids then. But at the time, to beat some of the Germans, because they was on it too. Oh. It was like just wild out there for track and field. Now, it's not going to make a mediocre runner run a great time. But if you're already a great runner, it can make you run even better. That stamina, just like in baseball. You have to be already good.
You gotta be good
in the sport already. And she didn't continue because of the testing. Now they were starting to have random testing after that. So you didn't see FloJo in the 92 Olympics.
Nope.
She already retired from the game. Unfortunately died from heart seizures. It could have been side effects because once it's in your system, it's hard to get
out. What was 92? Seoul?
92 was Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Was 92. Barcelona. So it's unfortunate what does happen to some of these Olympians, some of these greats, how they're not awarded the opportunity. But Marion was.
Yeah, she was. She was on it. She was the next big thing. They was trying to push her.
Her and Michael Johnson.
I remember Jackie Joyner-Kersee, who I always felt like this was like never got the prop she deserved.
She never got the endorsement deals. Like, and it's like, man, just
she was walking.
It's so hard. Now I'm sure, like how we had Lisa on the show before, and shout out to Lisa and Mickey Barber. They go out to Europe. They got fanatics out there. They love them out. So in Europe, track and field is honored in a different light.
It's covered.
What it is out here. It's covered. Yeah, it's covered.
It's covered.
There you go. It's covered.
We don't cover our track and field out here. You have to know what channel to watch it.
You have to.
Like we don't have like prime time track events like we should have. Most people don't see these runners until they do the state qualifying.
That's real.
In the U.S. teams and stuff like that. We don't normally see these people unless you're a track person or a sports person in general. So that's why I say it's sad that they should make more money. I think people would be more into track if we saw it more.
I think so as well.
You know?
I think so as well. Looking back, like I said, Snoop running that terrible time and having Kobe on his shirt. Kobe was like a Quincy, like I'm saying, and we were saying, like, should the kid go to school? Should he not go to school? Kobe is one who skipped school. Already had a financial foundation at home.
Right,
dad, mom, they're workers, and he didn't feel the need where I have to save home. That's some of the excuses or reasons. Let me not say excuse because I feel that's diminishing somebody. That's some of the reasons why I'm like, I have to turn pro. I have to do this. We were just saying, so he skipped school. Everyone doesn't have the opportunity to skip school. They still have to develop.
Right.
we've been
Or
talking.
if they skip school, they don't succeed in the pros.
They might not succeed in the pro.
Right.
General, it's some if you want to add some ice to that, I hope you ain't running.
Yeah, 50-cent wings on Fridays.
I hear you, General. I hear you, General. So so when I'm looking at this, I'm like, we just had a conversation. Salute to everyone who has a child graduating right now. Graduating from kindergarten and middle school. Congratulations. But in particular, the high school graduates. And B, I always say how great of a coach you are.
Thank you.
And you put a lot of children in position, young men, in position to succeed. And you said something that had me like, wow, because I've been through it too as a coach. Mm-hmm. You like having them maintain to stay.
Yeah, I got you in college, but I should have did more to tell you how to stay. Yeah, I want to change that going forward.
What are some of the things that you feel like we should have prepared for our kids? Because they're our kids too. When they get there, because I think about all my friends who dropped out, took pauses, and some of it was for grades, some of it was for personal reasons, couldn't take the peer pressure. Like, what do you feel, B, that could help us out for any parent watching, brother, sister watching, uncle, aunt that could tell their graduate right now, especially for sports?
Okay, all right. What's your goal? Why are you going to college? Like, is it just to play sports? Then don't go. Don't go, because you can't just play sports. You gotta go to class. You gotta go to class, or you will be on academic probation, and eventually they'll get you out of there. And if you're on scholarship, you have to maintain your GPA. So your goal has to be student first. You have to be willing to go to college to be a student. That's number one. That's how you'll stay in there.
Number one.
Be a student, athlete, student first, and then at the same time work on your athletic talents, and always try to be on time.
On time.
Try to be on time to everything. Meetings, class, lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever be on time for that shit. I'm telling you, because once you start not being on time, it gets easier to start missing everything, and then before you know, they're gonna kick you out.
You become an easy target.
Kick you out. Yeah, you get him excuse. He's always late. She's always late. Missing meetings. That's the stuff that gets you going. That had nothing to do with your talent. Unless you're an A1, 5-star, whatever, they're not going to tolerate it.
They're not.
They're going to lose. They're going to take your scholarship, send you home.
The misconception of going to class.
Whew. That's the big one. Nobody's going to wake you up.
And you have to go to class.
Nobody's going to wake you up.
Part of the contract, yes. When all my parents who have athletic children, and you might not know, and it's understandable. Look, my parents didn't know everything that was going on, so it's understandable. No. Don't think that you know everything. Even if you met a coach and talked to these coaches. Look, our children can do whatever they're going to do, but behind our backs, we don't know everything they're going to do, but they have to go to class
and pay attention. Well, you
already you're in there. It's a part of the agreement. Yeah. We're going to give you tuition, maybe dorms and books, food. For you have to do this job right here. But you have to go to class. This is one of the things.
Like I said, unless you some type of special generational talent, which is 1% of athletes, they will replace you. You will be replaced.
Peace to Miss Piles on the check-in.
So you look at you for you guys and young ladies looking at athletes you see on TV. For every athlete you see on TV, there's 50 guys that you're never gonna know their names, and they're on the team. They're on the team. You're never gonna know their names because that's how it goes. You don't care how good you are, they might not know your name.
They might not.
So don't go in there looking to be famous. Go in there, do your business. You gotta be professional. It's a business once you go to college.
It's a business.
Even though you might not feel like you're not getting paid, that's how they're looking at it.
Because you are getting
paid. That's how they're looking at it.
Your voucher.
Yes.
Your scholarship. That's what it's called.
An investment.
A scholarship. It's an investment.
Yep. It's an investment in you. They invested in you. Their time. They sent the coach to go look at you. They sent a scout. They had to pay for somebody to go scout you. They spent money on getting you there, and they're going to want to see their investment pay back, or they're going to get rid of you.
Now, you have a balance. You have to maintain a balance when you're in school. What do you think is one of the biggest things that throw, let's say, our young men off balance?
Trying to socialize more than anything.
Okay.
You got freedom for the first time. A lot of them got freedom for the first time. You can do whatever you want. Nobody tell you what to do. And some people can't handle that freedom.
Or you have people that do tell you what to do, and you feel like you don't have to listen. You ain't my mama. You ain't my daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like you said, going there with the mentality that you know everything, you'll be gone.
Yo, it could take you.
You'll be gone.
I think the socializing,
it's okay to socialize.
It's okay.
But you don't have to get. You can miss that party because there's gonna be another one tomorrow.
It's gonna be another one.
Get that work done. They give you a syllabus. If you don't know what that is,
you get a point for syllabus.
It's basically an outline of the semester, and they don't be asking you if you did it. Here, this is what we doing for the semester. Get it done. And they give you what day and time is due. They're not gonna keep reminding you. And when the teacher comes in or the professor comes in and says, "Hey, all right, y'all handing them reports today," don't want to hear nothing. They don't want to hear nothing about you didn't know, you forgot. They don't want to hear nothing.
This degree, they don't be.
Nothing.
They don't.
And
You'll get an F,
yep.
And now you have to go to summer school,
yep.
And now you're making it harder
Yep.
for yourself because your coach is looking at you now.
Crazy.
Like, yo, all you had to do was this. I provided you with tutoring. We provide you with this service, that service.
Study
hall, and you still missed all these classes. What were you doing?
Because every university is not sport friendly, y'all.
They're not.
They
are not.
Every university is not sport friendly.
They are not.
They like some universities, the coaches and the professors are working together, and they will help you as much as they can without getting caught.
I'm watching Above the Rim the other day. One of my favorite basketball movies with Tupac, Dwayne Martin, and Dwayne Martin is talking to Birdie. That was Tupac character, and he was saying they were talking about the legal and illegal stuff. You can't talk to this coach because it's illegal.
Right.
Can't take gifts. That's illegal.
Right.
There's one person in that movie that people might not realize he's in that movie. Joe Smith.
That's the baller from Atlanta?
No, not that one.
Oh.
Joe Smith, who wife was the OnlyFans.
Oh,
that one. Next time you watch it, anybody who's watching, number 32 in that green. And they even say, yo, man, I was housing Mike Boy, Montrose. Now, Montrose, we all know Eric Montrose, rest in peace, from North Carolina. He was going to North Carolina.
I didn't know he passed.
He passed away, had cancer. But that was played by a guy who was on the Real World, with the first season Real World. I forgot his name. He was an MTV personality, but he was the point guard, the white guy.
Okay.
But it's a black guy, bald head, number 32 on that team. That was Joe Smith. Joe Smith went to Maryland. At one point, he was a number 1 first round pick. Shit, that phone about to die. First round pick against the and he was ahead of Rasheed Wallace. He was ahead of Stackhouse, ahead of Tim Duncan. I have a great feeling that he was taking these getting not no. A great feeling. I know for sure. I should say. I feel like a snitch now. But, it's statute of limitations long gone. And he went to Maryland. I had one of his professors at LIU. And he was telling me, he said, yes, the school told me we have to give him this grade. He didn't have to go to class. But this is Joe Smith, the number 1 draft pick.
Generational talent type of thing.
Played about 16 years in the league.
If you're bringing the school money, you get away with things.
I just said how many people he was ahead of.
Yeah, but if school making money off of you, off of your talents, they'll help you.
You can leverage it out.
It's different, but that's just, you're talking about that's rare, and just don't go in there with the mentality that that's going to be you.
Don't.
That's all.
Don't.
Keep it. Find a stable crew when you get there. Find people that got the same mentality that you have,
If you have a positive one.
Right. That's you should go in with the positive one.
Yes.
If you're going in with a I'm ready to party, that's what you're going to end up with. If you go in there thinking, I'm trying to be professional, let me find out who's smart. Let me get with the smart people. Let me get with a senior or somebody that's been here and show me the ropes. That was one of the things I got down with some upperclassmen. And they got the chance to show me things before I got a chance to see them for myself. And so that helped. They were looking out for me like, yeah, don't do this, don't go there, don't do this, don't do that. And that helped me. Because a lot of guys find out on their own the hard way.
The hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone doesn't go professional in a sport.
Sure.
But let me tell you what, not you, B, but for the people that's watching, and you can tell your child this, you can have a lot of opportunity once you get that degree. If you still love your sport, you can have opportunity to coach that sport, be involved with that sport some way where you still can get a lucrative type of financial gain and for the sport that you love. And it's hard to sometimes get away from it. Sometimes you have bitterness because you didn't have the best collegiate career that you want. But this, or even professional career. But it's hard to be a professional. Try to come back and coach if you don't have a degree.
Yes.
You could have skipped high school. I mean, skipped college, went to the pros, and you're trying to find a job now, and you're not qualified.
Nope.
Because you don't have your degree.
You need at least 2 years of college that you completed associates to become a substitute teacher, and you can start off on the high school level.
There you go.
And work your way up through that way. But without that associate degree, the limit is Pop Warner. So
talk about it.
I mean, if you think you're really that good as a coach, you could be. But if you don't want to take some courses, you're not going to be able to.
If you don't have those credentials,
no, you can't do it without the credentials. I think now you don't have to get an actual associate degree, but you still have to take courses to be certified. So either way, you can't get around not going to school.
Guys, ladies, gentlemen, everybody who's watching, we just trying to drop some gems on y'all so y'all could tell your kids. Because in 4 or 5 years, it's going to go by quick. And now they looking for a job. And now they going to want to do this and they want to do that. And you don't have the qualifications to do it. And it's hard. So hopefully y'all can take something from this.
As far as sports-wise, my last tip.
Yes, babe.
Teach your kids how to start eating right if they want to be long-term athletes.
Fruits, vegetables, pasta.
Show them how to eat better, even if you're not doing it.
Not all them snacks. Trust me, it changes.
I don't let my son eat candy like that. He wants to be an athlete.
Yeah.
He has to be on a diet. We don't stop him from eating food, but certain things we don't buy. That's it.
Yo, diet. Woo. Trying to tell y'all what y'all put in that system.
LeBron James showed us the way.
He showed
Even though he got money to have special trainers around the clock, but eating, that's just discipline.
Discipline. And that's the number one factor in life in general, but in college. They say it ain't a real world, but it could get real bad real quick.
All the bad stuff in college.
All of it. All of it. We ain't even got to talk about all that. But the same bad stuff they had when we was in high school, it's intensified.
Yes.
And they're smarter now. Course correct. Y'all watch your power. Y'all know about that.
Man, listen. Sending your kids to the Lions Den.
Y'all know about it, man. Peace to everybody on the check-in. We appreciate y'all. We are Beards and Baldheads. We should see you next week.